17s, we have two competitors. They are Jack Alice from Geelong College in Station 1 and in Station 2 from St Leonard's, Aidan Velton. The under-17 competition has three competitors, and they are Zach Granger from Ballarat and Clarendon College in Station 3. Station 4 from Narrawan, it is James Meyer, and Archie Hewitt from Frankston High School is in 5. So 5 starters in the combined under-17 and under-18 men's 2,000 metre steeplechase. So still relatively well packed in here over that first water jump and into the home straight, and they'll be getting 4 laps to go. And leading the way, it's Zach Granger. To the outside of him, in the same age grouping, it is Archie Hewitt. Granger's coming in for 6:12 best. He got that in Sydney at the National Championships. Hewitt's a 6:22 man. He did that here at the State Champs in February. Just at the back of them is Jack Alice and Aidan Velton. Little gap then to James Meyer. We see Granger leading the way at the moment. Involved in one of the most memorable moments of the Australian cross-country champs, Jack Granger. Some great footage of him assisting another athlete across the line there. Very memorable day at Oakbank. And good to see Jack out here doing the steeplechase. So 6:12.07's Granger's best, and that was good enough for silver at the National Championships this year. So you can see he is one of the form runners, but we've seen the St Leonard's runner there, Aidan Velton. He's got a 6:11 to his name, so it's actually quite a compelling competition, this one, despite them being in different age groups. So I think this group of 4 here are going to be quite competitive, because you've also got the Geelong College runner there, Alice, in the mix, and Hewitt from Frankston High. Hewitt's got a 6:22 best, but I think he's running himself into pretty good form early this year. And we're just seeing Alice just dropping a little bit over the barriers, but then working his way back onto the flat. So Jack Alice has got good flat speed, and you can see him going alongside Hewitt, going to the outside for the next barrier. Oh, sorry, just tucking to the inside. But gee, good clearances there from the front too. And there are two, sorry, that's one of our under-18s in Velton, but also Granger from Ballarat and Clarendon College. So 2 race favourites duelling out front. Hewitt just sitting nicely. Good clearance there from Granger. You can see he's a natural steeplechaser. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So very good technique through the water. So Meyer now approaching his water jump, I think that's for the second time. Possibly third time, and we see them coming through now. The group of 4 still pretty much together. Alice once again just dropping a little bit on the barriers and then working his way back on each of the flat sections, as Granger just controls the pace out front with Hewitt alongside. Velton sitting in a good spot there, just needs to be sitting there. He's ahead of Alice at the moment for that under-18 competition, so just sitting in with the lead 2 from the under-17s is not a bad strategy at the moment. Aidan Velton. So Velton decides it's time to go. Nice little stretch out down the back straight. as they are approaching that final 600 metres. But, gee, that's a good move from Velton. Let's see what Granger does. He doesn't have to actually do much because they're in different age groups. But always nice to breast the tape first here at Lakeside Stadium. So let's see what how Zach Granger responds to this move from Aidan Velton. He's certainly gone strong and hard. He is the top seed based on times, but just 1 second separating him and Granger on personal bests. Hewitt's still running in nicely. We're just seeing Alice as the laps progress. What he's losing on those barrier competition. Granger's leading the 17s from Hewitt. Alice coming now through. He's second place in the under 18s. And we have good clearance there from James Meyer from Narrawarren. He's also in that under 17 competition. So Velton's move has really stretched this field out, and I can't see too much change from here on in as they go through with 2:50 to go. Has a poke around the shoulder, and Velton would have seen that Granger is about 20 metres back. Another gap of 20 to Hewitt, and probably 30 metres then back to Alice. So Velton up and over the last water jump. Beautiful clearance, just smooth as silk as he goes through. Nice one also from Granger. Let's support our steeplechasers over this 2,000 metre journey, and it is Aidan Velton from St Leonard's who will be taking out the under 18 competition here. So look at the time. He's going to be close to a PB. Come on, Aidan, let's go for that 6:11. Going to be really, really, really close, and I think he's just missed his PB, but let's wait for the official time on that one. Granger, good time for him. He'll be in the high teens there, I'd say. Another good run from Hewitt, and he'll also be around that PB mark, I think, Archie. So good performances here. Jack Ellis, he's got a 6:23 best, and he'll be just over that today. James Meyer, 200 metres to go. I think he's a bit of a rookie at the steeplechase, but let's support Jack Meyer as he comes through to do the last of these water jumps. So nice clearance there from Meyer. He'll come into the home straight now, and he'll complete the under 17 threesome here and get himself onto that podium in the 2,000 metre steeple event. So one more barrier, James Meyer. As I said, haven't got much form. He's a 4:49, 1,500 metre runner. Nice clearance there. So let's get behind James as he comes through to round out our field here in the steeplechase. And we're starting to see some action getting underway in the field. Women's under 14 discus throw will be kicking off at 9:45 a.m. We see them at the scoreboard end of the ground. Also, our 10 o'clock events will be the under 16 girls high jump, also at the scoreboard end, and at the BIS end of the track, we have got the under 14 boys shot put that will be getting underway also at 10 a.m. So field action about to start. Next event on the track will be the combined steeplechase for women.
Because they bought these before the middle height was brought in, and they've had to re-drill it.
Just a reminder that all results will be coming through to Results Hub, so keep abreast of all the action as occurs throughout the day. And those results from the steeplechase will be streaming through now, and we will be proceeding to presentations relatively shortly. So next event on the track will be the combined under 17 and under 18 2,000 metre steeplechase for women. Our under 18 field, we have two competitors in Station 1 representing Wesley College. It is Louisa Lazar. And in Station 2 from Lilydale High School, it's Madeline Laven. In the under 17 competition, 3 starters. Freya Brown is in Station 3 for Mentone Girls. In Station 4 from Ballarat and Clarendon College, Olivia Beaton. And in 5 from Gisborne Secondary College, it's Charlotte Jackson.
On your marks.
So once again, it's the 2,000 metre journey. So just shy of 5 laps with the outside barrier, and it's Laven who's set off to a good start here. On the outside there, Freya Brown going wide. Beaten from Ballarat and Clarendon. She's sitting just off the back a little bit at the moment. Louisa Lazar from Wesley also in the mix. So good field here. Laven, race favourite here. She's got a 7:07. She was the Victorian champion in February of this year. So definitely the form runner in this event. So 7:07.96 for Maddie Laven to take out the Vicks. Then we have Lazar in the same age grouping. You see her just sitting in 4th position at the moment, just going wide over this barrier. She's a 7:42 steeplechaser, and that was at the National Champs in April of this year. Freya Brown's got a 7:45, so similar time there to Lazar, different age grouping. Haven't got much on Beaton. She is a 5:33 1,500 metre runner. And then we have a little gap back to Charlotte Jackson, who's got a 10:56 3K flat. So Laven now, after 1 lap, already out to about a 15-metre break. So good clearance over the standard barriers. So to Brown. So Lazar going with her. Little gap now forming to Beaton. I'd say Beaton's a little bit of a rookie at this event, so it's good to see her really pushing forward and sitting in with the more experienced girls there. Freya Brown, definitely a good steeplechaser. She had a 7:45 at Knox only a few weeks ago. So Freya in pretty good form at the moment in the early part of this season. But it's Maddie Laven approaching water jump number 2. Let's just check a few little steps going into it. Double foot land, as all the girls are doing. Jackson now up and over. And Maddie Laven comes through into the home straight once again, and she'll be getting 3 laps to go. So strong running, Maddie Laven out front, 3 to go. Nice little grouping here, and good to see Beaton just trying to stick in with the more experienced steeplechasers. So Brown, Lazar, Beaton, Jackson in that order, 3 to go. Laven approaches water jump number 3. So nice attack there from Maddie. A good clearance through. So Freya Brown will be next one in. She is leading the under-17 competition. Olivia Beaton probably 15 metres off the back of hers. We see the other under-18, Louisa Lazar, through safely the water jump. Maddie Laven now into the home straight to get 2 laps to go. So cracks starting to form, or the gaps are forming here. Jackson's doing a really good job of just running her own race, and you might find that she starts to come through a little bit here. So Charlotte Jackson actually starting to gain ground on some of the runners out front, but Freya Brown looking quite solid there, leading the under-17s. as she comes through to get 2 laps to go. As I said, a 7:45 recently, so she has been running steeples already this season. Lazar just starting to fade back a little bit, coming back. And, gee, Jackson, that's a good move. She's already overtaken Beaton. Leading her race is Freya Brown, and Brown now probably about 50 metres up on Jackson as she starts to move through the field. But down the back straight now, Maddie Laven looking good. So about 630 metres out for Laven. Brown moving really nicely down the back straight as well. And we're seeing Jackson just really starting to pick up form. Next on in her sights will be Louisa Lazar from the under-18 comp. So second last of the water barriers there for Laven. Once again, safely through. Brown approaches it now. Let's see if she does a little surge towards that barrier. Yeah, that's a very good approach to the water jump from Freya Brown. Nice running there as Maddie Laven comes through now. And Jackson, Lazar over together. Yeah, Lazar just that little bit smoother through the water there, meeting Jackson. Lost about 2 to 3 metres. They are different age groups, but it's good to have that one-on-one competition as they get into the dying stages of this 2,000-metre steeplechase. 1 to go for Laven. So Beaton's still going along nicely. As I said, I think she's a bit of a rookie at this event. Haven't got much form on Olivia Beaton from Ballarat and Clarendon College, but she is got off really nicely, positioned herself well, and let's try and get Olivia through this 2,000-metre journey as she gets up and over. And she'll be coming down to get 1 lap to go, just as Louisa Lazar, Charlotte Jackson are getting right now. So Laven, Brown, both down the back straight the last time. Freya Brown looking absolutely fantastic, holding really good form down the back straight. Certainly one of our big improvers over these disciplines in recent years. Oh, a little bit of a stumble. I talked her up a little bit too much there. But obviously fatigue starting to set in as it does in the steeplechase, and those barriers grow by about 5 inches on each lap. So Laven up and over last time coming into the home straight. She is leading that under-18 competition. So too in the under-17s we do have Freya Brown, also safely through the water jump. Final barrier now for Laven. So coming through, PB of 7:07. Not going to be quite there today, Maddie Laven, but that's a good one. Gee, I think Freya Brown's going to get a massive PB here today. As I said, she's really on the improve, this young lady from Mentone. But Maddie Laven, she'll take out the under-18, 7:23 unofficial. And we're going to have a big sub 7:30 there for Freya Brown to take out the under-17s. What a run from her. Looking down the stretch now, and it is Louisa Lazar from Wesley. She'll be second in that under-18 competition. She's got a 7:42 best, which is just ticking over on the clock now. Charlotte Jackson, no form on her in the steeple, but she'll be happy with this. She'll be, let's get her under the 8-minute mark. Always a nice barrier in the 2K steeple. And Charlotte Jackson, she will finish second to Brown in the under-17s. And it was a sub-8-minute performance. As we see Olivia Beaton approaching the last barrier. As I said, a bit of a rookie here, a 5:33 1,500-metre runner. And good to see Olivia Beaton safely over the last barrier and into the home stretch here. And she'll be taking the bronze in the under-17 competition. So great steeplechasing once again from our young ladies. Maddie Laven taking out the under-18s and Freya Brown, the under-17 competition.